right, so we are live. Nobody here yet. I'm a little bit early, so I should be seeing a few people pop in momentarily. I got my Monster sugar-free zero sugar drink. See, we have one person here. Greetings. Hope you're having a good Monday. Just wait a little bit for more people up. There's 3 people in, so yeah, we're getting more. Like I said, I am just a little bit earlier than I normally am. There's the alert about the channel. So yeah, we're going to do, this is something new to my channel. We're going to do Elvis Trivia. I'm going to try to do this maybe weekly, depending on how well it goes over. Just tighten up my pod here. I'm gonna have to get a new one of these because it's not working the way I want to. So yeah, hope you all had a really good weekend. I actually accepted a new position at a new company just last week. So my time with my former company has come to a close. So I'm going to have some free time on my hands for the next few weeks. So yeah, I hope to put up a whole lot of content. So basically, I'll ask the question. You guys can respond, and we will go from there. Some of these are really pretty easy. Some of them are pretty easy. Some of them you have to think about it. So we'll get started. So question 1, how old was Elvis when he made his first public appearance? So if you know the answer, go ahead and type it in. So the question was, how old was Elvis when he made his first public appearance? I'll give you a hint. It was at a state fair, if that helps you. So we'll see what you guys all come up with. So how was your weekends? Mine was good, pretty uneventful. My wife is still not feeling 100%. She did go to work, but she just can't seem to get over the cough and the tightness in her chest. And I don't know, man, it's that time of year. It sucks. Time of year, the cold weather kicks in, but we were getting ready for Christmas. Very excited about Christmas. Actually, my next video, as I mentioned, this is going to be all Christmas related. Today's video, I plan on doing a video again soon, and it's going to be all Christmas related from here till December 25th or so. So nobody has responded. I'm hoping the messages are coming in. How old was Elvis when he made his first public appearance? But nobody has replied. I don't know if it shows that I have messages up. So if somebody is in the chat, if somebody could just say a hello, just to make sure that it's working. You gotta sometimes love YouTube, but if somebody could just respond or reply in the chat, just to make sure. There we go. Hey, Yamala, thank you for responding. So I will pose the question one more time before we move on to the next one. How old was Elvis when he made his first public appearance? Hey, Mike, how are you, buddy? Thanks for joining in. Anybody have any guesses? I actually think I had heard this answer. Hey, Mal, thanks for joining in. I actually knew this, I think years and years, when I was a kid, I had heard the answer to this. And then when I was coming up with these questions, Mal, no, he was not 18. I'll give you another big hint. Nope, Yamilith, he was not 19. I'm going to give you guys a good hint, though. He was younger than that. He was definitely younger than both 18 and 19. The answer may surprise you. Wish I would have known you were going live and going to Walmart. Hey, Marcus, how are you, buddy? I did advertise it about an hour ago that I was going to go live, but you can catch it. Yamileth and Mike, yes, you were both correct. He was 10 years old. He played at a state fair. I think he came in first. I think Marcus, good guess. Marcus says 16. He was actually 10. But I think that was when he sang Old Shep and he won first prize for singing Old Shep. So we have a couple people that correctly guessed it. Elvis was 10 years old when he made his first public appearance. He sang at the state, I think at the Tupelo State Fair. All right, on to question number 2. This one may also surprise you. What grade did Elvis receive for music in 8th grade? So when he was in 8th grade, what grade did he get for music? Yeah, and this one surprised me, but that kind of gives it away. If I'm surprised, it probably gives you a good idea maybe what the answer is. I mean, you have a select group. Yamilith, Yamilith says he got an F. No, it wasn't quite that horrible. He didn't get an F. But Brian says 60. No, it was not a 60. What grade did Elvis receive for music in 8th grade? Hey, Carrie David, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you on here. Yeah, we're getting quite a pretty good group in here, so welcome. I am doing this. This is something new that I want to do weekly. I want to do Elvis Trivia just to test our knowledge. And what I might do, in fact, what I likely will do is once we get serious about this, I'm going to offer a prize. I'm going to tally and see who gets the most questions. In fact, I'm not thinking that's exactly what I want to do. I'm going to offer not just any old crappy prize. It's going to be something really nice to give away. So what I'll do is I'll probably make it to where don't know. Mal says don't know U.S. grades. Laugh out loud. So in A, here in the States, Mal, and they just changed this because my girls both go to a private school, and to coincide with public schools, they lowered the standards, which I'm not real happy with, but it's helpful to the kids, I guess. So a 90 to 100 is an A. Yamilith says maybe a C. Yamilith, you are correct. Elvis received a C in 8th grade for music. So good, kudos to you. An 80 to a 89 is a B. A 70 to a 79 is a C. A 60 to a 69 is a D, and anything below a 60 is an F. So Elvis got a C, so he was kind of in the middle. All right, so question number 3. This one's an easy one. This one you just got to know when this particular thing happened, and then you can kind of figure out this question. So question number 3, how old was Elvis when he bought Graceland? Not hard, that's an easy one. So if you know when he bought Graceland and you know when he was born, you're going to have the answer within seconds. Yamilith, actually, no, he was not 21. Mike says he was 22. Mike, you are correct. He bought it in 1957, I believe March of 1957. So he had just turned 22 when he purchased Graceland. Now this is yes, Carrie David, 1957. So here's a bonus question. This is not written down. This is the bonus. Do you know how much he paid for Graceland? Carrie David, he was actually 22. He bought it, I believe, in March of 1957 was when he purchased it. So Christmas of 57 was his first Christmas there. And he bought the big, in fact, it's still there, the grounds of Graceland. It says Season's Greetings, I think. And he paid, I want to say, it had lights all over it. I just read this the other day. He paid, I want to say, $300 for it. Now, back then in 1957, $300 was a pretty penny for decorations. But as you know, Elvis loved Christmas. He loved to decorate Graceland. So yeah. So bonus question. This is not part of the 12 that I've gathered, but bonus question. What did Elvis pay for Graceland when he purchased it in 1957? This is actually one that I've always known. I've known this since I was a little kid, but I've also been a fan since I was 4 years old. So this is one of those questions that I've known all along. So the question, which has been answered, how old was Elvis when he bought Graceland? He was 22. I believe he purchased it in March of 1957. How much did he pay? Carrie David says $45,000. Um, Carrie, that is incorrect. Good guess, but it is incorrect. So it was a little bit more than that. But when you think about what he got for the price, it's actually mind blowing. But back then, this was a pretty hefty price to pay. But of course, he got the Graceland estate, which Graceland was named after the previous owner's wife. I think her name was Grace, so they called it Graceland. And then he owned several acres, and I should know how many acres it was at Graceland, but there was several acres that he bought. Of course, he had the fence with the musical notes and everything. He had that installed later. I want to say early 60s, maybe 1960, 59 or 60. I'm not sure, but no guesses on how much Elvis paid for it, other than Carrie. He said 45,000. Anybody else have a guess? All right, so nobody's coming up. So Elvis paid, drum roll please. Mike says 102,000. Mike, you are close. He paid $100,000 for it. $100,000 is what he paid. And he initially bought it, which I actually didn't know this until fairly recently. He had actually bought it as a home for his mom and dad. As you know, up until Gladys's death in 1958, she lived there for about a year and a half, because he would have moved them in March of 57. She passed in August of 1958, so she lived there for about a year and a half. His dad, of course, in later years ran Elvis's business affairs and had that office. If you've ever been to Graceland, in the back of the property, there's like almost like a side, it's almost like a shed that's been converted into an office. And it is really, really cool to go there and see everything in the same decor as it was when Vernon and Elvis, when Elvis lived there. And of course, Vernon took care of his business affairs. So very, very cool. Okay, this next one is also an easy one. And this would not count his, I'll tell you a second. So it says, how many movies did Elvis star in? Now, these are actually movies that he did. This doesn't count Elvis on Tour or That's the Way It Is. This is movies that he actually filmed in Hollywood or wherever the movies were. And I don't know if this is right. This is what came on when I researched this question. Carrie David, you are correct, 31. Elvis did 31 movies. That must be correct, because not counting Elvis on Tour and That's the Way It Is, that would, bring the total to 33. But I did not count those. These are just strictly movies that he played a role in, played a character. It was 31. So congratulations to Carrie. He guessed correctly with 31. Okay. This one's a cool question, but I think most of you will know this. What did Elvis never do on stage? Now, actually, let me rephrase the question. What did Elvis never do in any of his concerts? And he played over, I want to say 13 or 1400 shows from 1969, July 31st of 69, up until his last show on June 26th of 1977. I think pretty much every one of you will know this. What did he not do? And this was more of a Colonel thing. This wasn't so much something Elvis didn't do, but this was something that the Colonel stood by, and it's something that never ever happened during or with an Elvis concert. So the question is, what did Elvis never do on stage, or what did Elvis never do in concert? I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to think about it and let me know. Yeah. Carrie David, that is actually, I would actually count that as a correct answer. That is not the answer I'm looking for. Carrie says he never toured overseas. That is correct. He never, actually, technically he did some concerts in 1957 in Canada. Mike says encores. Mike, you are absolutely 100% correct. That is the answer I'm looking for. Elvis never did an encore. The Colonel always had a motto of always leave them wanting more. So when Elvis left that stage and you'd hear the ba, ba, da, ba, at the end, up until that gave time for Elvis to get to down the hall, get in his limousine that was waiting for him, and get on out of there to his hotel. Elvis, in every show he ever did from July 31st, 1969, through his last one, which was June 26th in Indianapolis in 1977, just about 6 weeks or so before he passed, Elvis never did a concert. When he did that last song and he left the stage, that was it. If you were lucky to get tickets, if he was doing another show, maybe that evening, if he did an afternoon show and he had an evening show, or he had a show the next day, you'd get to see him again. But he never did an encore. The Colonel wanted no parts of that. Okay, next question. You all will probably know this one too. So these last few have been easy. What significant event happened to Elvis on March 24th, 1958? I'll repeat the question. What significant event happened to Elvis on March 24th, 1958? This one's an easy one. This is actually, I think this is actually maybe the easiest question on the list. Mike, bing, 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 bing. You are correct again, sir. Yes, Kerry David, you were also correct. He went into the Army. He was drafted into the U.S. Army, and that's when he actually went in. Got his hair cut, famously. All right. So we're going to, yep, Mao, you are also correct. He went into the United States Army. So the second half of these questions is called what I refer to as Name That Song. So I'm going to give you the lyric, and you tell me what that song is. This is something that I've never been good at. Like, I've watched other channels who have done this. They'll give a lyric, and I don't know why. I cannot piece it together. I don't know. It's just the way my mind works. I don't know what it is, but I always kind of struggle. Sometimes I get it, and I think I have some smart viewers, so I think most of you will get this. So this is Name That Song. So I'm going to read you the lyric, and then you tell me what the name of the song title is. And he learns how to steal, and he learns how to fight. What is that song? I'm slow on this serious lyrics, Mike. I am too, buddy. I don't know what it is, man. But and Yamilith, you got it right. It is indeed In the Ghetto. And he learns how to steal, and he learns how to fight. One of my favorite songs. Kerry David said Trouble. That's probably what I would have said, Kerry. But no, it is In the Ghetto. And he learns how to steal, and he learns how to fight. If this was being asked of me, yep, Mao, you are correct. In the Ghetto. I would not get this next one. I came across this. I'm like, I think I may stump some people on this one. This one isn't quite as easy. So the lyrics are, you fooled me with your kisses, you cheated and you schemed. What is the name of the song? You fooled me with your kisses, you cheated and you schemed. What is the song title? Yamilith, you are on fire. Devil in Disguise. You are absolutely correct. I thought that one might be a little bit more difficult, but you nailed it. This one, as far as difficult level, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most difficult, I would probably give this one a 6. It's kind of in the middle. It's not that hard. And again, I think you all are going to get this one quickly. So the next one is, and this is actually another one of my favorites. All this aggravation ain't satisfactioning me. The lyric is, all this aggravation ain't satisfactioning me. What is the name of the song? I think you guys are going to get it quick. So we'll see. We'll give you some time to, you mail it again. Boom, boom, boom. 3 in a row. A little less conversation. Now this one is not a contest. I think I take 2. I think I cannot talk this morning. I'm getting my caffeine. Carrie says, a little less conversation. You are indeed correct about. You are correct. I think the next one I'm going to do is going to be a contest where I'm going to come up with these questions. I might come up with maybe 15 to 20. I'll keep a tally on who gets the most, and whoever gets the most answers correct is going to win something cool. So I think I want to do that on my next. And then, what I'll do is I'll give you my email. I'll have you contact me, give me your mailing address or an address where you would like to be mailed. You're not required to give me your address. I know some people are kind of funny about that. I'm cool with it because I figure, hey, whatever. But it's up to you if you have like an alternate or a friend's address and have to drive. So I'll just listen for the next ones. All right, emaileth. Well, be safe driving. All right, so this next one is probably the easiest. It is of the lyrics. I think you guys won't be able to type this one fast enough. Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? I think you guys are going to be like scrambling to type this one in. But yeah, this was an easy one for you. Mike says, lonesome tonight. Technically, yes, that is the question, but I know you were just typing to make it quick. Now, here's the thing. So I'm going to accept those answers. Misspell is too fast on my typing. LOL. Lonesome tonight. So when I do this next contest for the prize, it will require you to put the entire title. So I'm accepting those. Are you lonesome tonight? That is the correct answer. But it will require you, when we do this for real and I'm tallying and you guys are competing against each other for a prize, you would have to put the full title. So I think what I'm going to do is you have to be a subscriber. You you got to get the correct answer and the full title. And then I think I want to do another giveaway. I just hit 3,500 subscribers, so thanks to all of you. I think as I get closer to 4,000, I'm going to do like a really cool giveaway. I'm actually gathering what I'm getting. Hey Ed, how do you get away from work to get on here? Well, I hope you're having a good day, buddy. We are doing trivia. Okay, so Ed's timing could not be better, and for those of you who follow his channel, you'll know why. So the next lyric is, what is the name? Name that song. And when you smile, the world is brighter. And when you smile, the world is brighter. This is actually one of my all-time favorite songs. One of many, but it's probably top 5 for me all time of Elvis's songs. And I have a bonus question for you for anybody who follows my channel. So the lyric is, name that song, and when you smile, the world is brighter. Oh, and I am so sorry. I hope your uncle is comfortable, and I hope they're taking good care of him. Mike, you are correct. The Wonder of You. That was for you, Ed. I know that's your favorite song. It is top 5 for me. It might even be top 3. Definitely top 5. But yeah, and I hope your uncle is comfortable and they're taking good care of him. It's tough. So you're in my prayers and my thoughts, buddy. So a bonus question for those who follow my channel. I've actually only mentioned this once, maybe twice. And again, this is not on the list. What is my all-time favorite Elvis song? You may not get this because, like I said, I've only mentioned this very minimally. But like I said, The Wonder of You is a top 5. No, Ed, not at all, buddy. Like I said, your family and your uncle are in our prayers. That's tough. It's always tough when, especially this time of year when, it's Christmas and you're getting ready, and then you have a loved one that's not feeling well. So, like I said, I hope that they make him comfortable, and I hope that it's just, I don't know, man. I struggle with coming up with the right words. Let's put it that way. But just know that you're definitely in my prayers. So we have one more. This is one more I came up with 12. Like I said, I want to do a contest probably for next week, probably next Monday or Tuesday, and it will be a trivia. Whoever gets the most answers, You need to be a subscriber. You need to give a complete answer to the if it. Cause I'll probably do the same thing. I'll probably do name that song. And the trivia, I will tell you, since there is a pretty decent prize involved, I'm going to make it a little bit tougher. And whoever gets the most, I'll keep a tally. Whoever has the most questions at the end wins the prize. So, and I always try to give out. Well, I can't say I've always tried to give out because I haven't done a giveaway yet. But I've always wanted. That's probably the way I should word it. I don't want to give away something that is like just something lying around that I no longer want. I want it to be a prize of of decent value. Um, no, that was a good question. It is not a Christmas song, although my all time. Sorry, I have to go some errands. All right, Carrie. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for participating. What I was going to say was my favorite, not only my favorite Elvis Christmas song, but I think my all-time favorite Christmas song, period, is Santa Claus is Back in Town, which opens Elvis's Christmas album. I just think it's a rocker. I think it hits hard. It just epitomizes where Elvis was musically at that time. So yeah, no, the answer to the question, I'll give you guys a couple seconds more to think about. It is not a Christmas song, although Santa Claus is Back in Town is probably top 5 for me. But this song, to give you a hint, this song was more probably like a message song, if that tells you anything. Kind of a song of hope, as you know, our country at the time was kind of in turmoil, which that seems to be the case a lot, especially in today's. Mike says, "If I Can Dream." So I think I kind of gave it away, but Mike, you are correct. "If I Can Dream" is my all-time favorite, hands down Elvis song. To watch it every once in a while, if I'm sitting around or I'm on my phone, I'm just goofing, I will put that video on and I'll watch it, and just the sheer emotion that Elvis put into that song and the way he sang it, and just took ownership of it. And I don't know, man. It was written for Elvis, but it was to signify some of the times that were going on. Just about a week and a half before that, maybe 2 weeks before that, Robert F. Kennedy had been assassinated. Shortly after accepting, I think he had won the nomination in California. He was running for president. He was sadly shot and later died. I think he died the next morning. And from what I understand, that affected, not only did his death affect him, but that previous April, just a couple months before, the great Martin Luther King Jr., the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. was killed in Memphis. So Elvis's hometown. So Elvis was rolling for that. He was a follower of Martin Luther King Jr. Marcus. Marcus, I will not, if people can see what your comment is, I'll let them read it themselves. You're funny, dude. I don't blame you, man. I will probably be making a big purchase this afternoon. I'm still trying to weigh it if I'm going to do it or not. Mike says, I noticed you have about 50 top 5 for me. You know what? It's funny because a year ago at this time, because my channel is almost a year, in fact, this month, and I think that's why I'm going to do another giveaway to commemorate, not even subscribers, but to commemorate my 1 year. I think my first video I put up was in the wee hours of Christmas Eve on the 24th. That was when I launched my channel. I did my first video. So my channel is almost a year old, and I've been immensely thrilled with how the channel has grown, the number of subscribers that I've gotten in a short time. So I'm very, very grateful. So yeah, that bonus question was, what is my favorite song? It's "If I Can Dream." So this is the last one. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. It's good people like you that have supported my channel from the early, from a year ago, and it's grown. Mal says the on tour box set pictures looks good. I agree. It looks pretty in depth. A lot of nice pictures. Last question, and this actually is an easy one too. So I think you guys won't even be able to get it typed quick enough because you'll know it so well. I spent a lifetime waiting for the right time. So get rid of that. That is my last one. I've spent a lifetime waiting for the right time. Let's see how many can come up with the correctamundo answer, as Arthur Fonzarelli would say. Wow, did I stump you all? There you go. Mike got it. It's now or never. Or Ol Sol Mio, as it was the original Italian title. It's now or never is the correct answer. I've spent a lifetime waiting for the right time. So, yeah, we can talk. Yep. JFR says it's now or never. You were absolutely correct. So I have not bought a whole lot of vinyl in the last. I'm gonna like kind of shift here a little bit. Uh, I yeah, I've not bought a whole lot of vinyl in the last probably 6 weeks. I have really to the delight of my wife. I have not bought a lot of vinyl. I have bought some non Elvis stuff, but as far as Elvis, now I did get this, and I did a review on it. I actually have to get a sleeve. I ran out of sleeves, but I got this, and it's pretty good. I like the artwork. I like the music on it. The only issue that I really have with it, the issue that I have with it is it's mastered at a very low volume. And I've heard complaints from other people saying the same thing, that when they master these and they press them, um, the volume is not high. You really got to turn it up. And so that was a little disappointing. As far as how it sounds, it's clean. It's very nice acoustically. Elvis's vocals come across well. They're presented well. It's just the volume is low. You really got to crank it to get the effect. But yeah, Elvis A to Z, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I agree. It's a great, and it happened at the World's Fair. It's what are you missing from the original 56 to 77? Any grails you're still after? I don't know, Mike. Are you offering some? If you are, and they're near mint condition, hit me up. My email is mark.kinsey50@yahoo.com. Fun in Acapulco next. There are lots of sound problems reported in forums. Yeah, Mal, that's what they're saying. Another I hate when the comments go away. Oh, Mike, you're just curious. Another great watch, Mark. Which I have. Dubai. Well, Steve, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a safe time. I hope you have an enjoyable time. Um, Mike, to answer your question, no. The last Elvis item that I need, and I wouldn't consider it a holy grail, and I can get it. I know somebody who has it. I've just kind of been kind of dragging my feet with it. I need Speedway with the bonus photo. I do need to add that. I will eventually add that. But all of the albums that include bonus photos, well, thank you, Anthony. He says he loves the channel and my easygoing demeanor. My wife will tell you I can talk to anybody, which I think does well for me on this channel. I enjoy coming on here and making these and doing these live chats, and I really like interacting with all of you. That I think that's the thing. I think I like the live streams the most. I really enjoy doing them. When I first came on, I don't know how many of you had heard it. I did accept a new position with a new company. I don't start until early January. It is going to be a remote position again, which I have my office downstairs set up. I did leave my old job. And yes, I'm going to have some time on my hands. I want to make some really good content. And I got some ideas in place, something that I think is going to really help the channel get some views, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm not as concerned as much as the subscribers. I like the views, and my viewership's been down, and And that's not a, like, yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, I don't, it's funny because I watch some channels and they say, oh, we have so many people watching, but only a percentage of you subscribe. Mine's the opposite. I got a lot of subscribers, but, and I think maybe the time frames, because I have a lot of people that watch in the UK. When I do this live stream, they're always like, oh, well, it's later here. You got me had to buy a new turntable and great to throw them on the platter. I agree with you, Elvis A to Z. Hey, what is your name so I don't have to refer to you as Elvis A to Z? Holidays. Yeah. Um, yeah, so I'm hoping the majority of my videos that I'm going to make this month are going to be Christmas related. I am a huge, huge fan of Christmas. Um, Absolutely love it. Have since, in fact, that's what got me into Elvis. The very first album I ever heard from Elvis when I was 4 years old, I can remember it vividly. My mom had the second pressing of Elvis's Christmas album, which is the one with the blue background. Rick, good to have you on here, Rick. I appreciate that. Um, but yeah, Elvis's Christmas album with the cover where he's got the blue, where there's the snowy background and the house in the background. That was, I think they started repressing that in, I want to say 1959. Anthony says, what are some favorites that you wish you would have done live? I would have loved to see him if I could dream. I don't know how that would have went across, how well that would have how well that would have done if he did it. I think that would have taken the uniqueness away from the song. So I'm almost glad that he never did do that live. Um, what songs do I like of Elvis that he never did live that I wish he did live? You have stumped me on that one. I don't know. Nothing is like coming to mind. Yeah, Anthony says some of his 60s pop with the orchestra would be cool. You know what would be actually cool, would have been cool live? Little Egypt. Little Egypt is like a seductive, kind of like a little bit naughty. I don't know. It's a song for its time when it came out in 1964 from Roustabout, of course. Like if you listen to the lyrics, like she's basically a stripper who, comes out. She has, 1949 tattooed on her back. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like the song just has like a sexiness about it. And it's just one of those songs that Elvis didn't do a whole lot of them. He did a few. He did a couple songs that had some innuendos in it. Listen to Way Down from Moody Blue. I mean, as a kid, I even knew what that song was about. He did a few songs that had a little bit of I don't know what you want to word it, but it had a little those innuendos, so to speak. And I was actually reading Rick, I didn't know this, but he actually did perform Promised Land, I want to say in 75. And the only reason I know this is I was looking at a track listing. I think it was for an FTD release online. And I was thinking about getting it. I didn't buy it yet. But I went online, and if you can find reviews for any of the FTD and the FTD Live CDs that have come out, and if you type in the title and put FTD, it'll if you Google it, it'll come up with a review. And I can't remember what the website is, but they give an in-depth review. Promised Land, he did, and I think he only did it once or twice. Yes, it's on the Live in Vegas 4 CD. Yeah, yeah, he didn't do it often. And those of you who follow my channel, Promised Land is my second favorite 70s album by Elvis. Do you guys know what my favorite is? I have said this on my channel before. I'll give you a second to respond. But yeah, there's one album that takes number one spot for me as far as being my favorite 1970s album. I've always loved it. I love it to this day. I think it is musically some of Elvis's just his best stuff. He sounded fantastic vocally. But Promised Land is number two. I remember being a kid. Sorry, I'm at Messy Standard. Never enough. No. Wearing That Love Don't Look. You are right. When I Loved All Luck is actually my favorite song from Elvis in Memphis. Mike, good guess. Elvis Country is actually a lot of people's favorite 70s album, and I like it. It's up there for me, but it actually is, that's the way it is. That is my favorite 1970s release. Followed very closely by Promised Land, followed very closely by Elvis on Stage, February 1970. I love that album on stage. I actually need to get the FTD of it, which I'm in the process of getting, um, meaning the FTD CD. I do have the FTD vinyl. I know I brought this up, so I'll bring it up again. Um, when I opened, it happened at the World's Fair, and back-to-back comments. I had somebody say, I thought you got rid of all your FTD vinyls, and another person said, I didn't think you were collecting them anymore. Rick, Elvis on Stage is number three for me of the 70s. So my favorite is That's the Way It Is. Second is Promised Land, and then On Stage is my third favorite. Number four might surprise you. I think my fourth favorite is probably Love Letters, which when Elvis recorded, do you have all the ridiculous number of Christmas albums he's released? One, two. Mike, you're funny. I must say I had the majority of them. Sound, that's a good one. I put Blue Hawaii. Yeah, I have the majority of all the 10,000 releases they have. I don't have them. I think I do have just about all of them. I even have the one with the symphony that they did a couple years ago, which I don't know. I have Live in Memphis. Yeah, that's a great album. That's an unheralded album. I think it's one of his better live performances. Um, but Ed laid them out pretty good the other day. Yeah. Ed has a great channel. Ed was actually the very first channel that I subscribed to, and I've said that before. When I first came on YouTube, I think how I found out about it is I typed in Elvis Presley, and Ed's channel came up, and I immediately subscribed to it. And that was, I don't know, 3, 4 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. And he was the first channel I subscribed to. And actually, Scotty's Elvis Presley Music Channel, and a couple of the others was the main reason I started this channel. I loved what they did, and they're all unique. Transylvania, Romania. Scotty, what is up, buddy? Hey, Transylvania is the coolest freaking name for a town or a city, man. Well, I love vampire movies. If you look at my collection, I have just about every vampire movie that came out, much to my wife's dismay. She doesn't like that stuff, but my older daughter is really getting into it. Region, Scotty, thank you for clearing that up for me. A region. I just think it's such a cool name for a region, Transylvania. Vlad the Impaler. I gotta love that. Hold on, I'm gonna try to quickly. I hate when I get pop-ups when I'm trying to do these. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying, I have not bought much vinyl. What I have been buying, Mike, you are right. Robert, I've actually gotten quite a bit of some of my vinyl, my really hard to find vinyl from him. He ships it quick. He's secure. He packages it very securely. Yeah, I've gotten a number of things from him. I got my Girls, Girls, Girls mint 1962 calendar that came inside the record. I got a mint copy of. Mike, I agree with you, man. You know what it is, and this is not a knock on anybody. When I say this is not a knock because I think Robert's channel is, and I mean it, I actually mean it quite the opposite. I think because because there's other channels out there that just don't post videos that much, which is that person's prerogative. Robert posts usually once a month. There's a couple other channels I watch where they do like maybe 2 a month. I think with the algorithm, hey Stefano, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining in. I think the algorithm, if I can say that right, how often you post videos, I think that has a lot to do with it because I think the more you make videos, just from what I've learned, I've done my own research on my own. I think as you do more videos, your videos get more, I want to say promotion, maybe. Um, so, because I've noticed a few weeks ago, I was going through. I had the operation on my eye, and then I got the flu, which then became an upper respiratory infection, and just like my girls with school and everything, and projects and plays. You looking for trouble? Yes, man, it's bra. I am. Um, I just got sidestepped. I think I went like 10 or 11 days without making a video. And I probably went through like a 3 week period where I wasn't making video. I just couldn't. Physically, I couldn't. Then both my girls came home with it. That's how I got it. My girls came, it was going around in their school. They got sick. Both of them got sick. I got it next. And then I had it for like maybe a week. And then a week ago, Saturday, my wife got up, was fine, and she instantly got sick. Annie says, "Did you know that Elvis had two planes called Hound Dog 1 and Hound Dog 2?" I knew he had the Lisa Marie, and then in '76 he bought a smaller plane for more local. Like if he was touring, like maybe a couple states away, he would use the Hound Dog 2. But maybe he had three. I didn't know he had another one, but I know he had the Lisa Marie, which he bought in '75. And then he bought like a Covair. I can't remember what the type of jet it was, but that one was the one he called the Hound Dog, either one or two. But he bought that I think in '76. And both of those, from what I understand, are in Graceland. When I went there in 2001, this stupid stand. When I went there in 2001, it was there on the across from Graceland. And if everything goes according to plan, me and a good friend, which is ironic because this friend is not an Elvis fan whatsoever, but he knows how big of an Elvis fan I am. He loves this channel. Amanda says, sorry, I've been sick. His father has COVID. Yeah, I am so over freaking COVID. I am over it. It's sad how sick it's made some people. My one older brother, I have three older brothers, but my one older brother was very sick with COVID. It takes you out, man. And apparently there's like a new strain coming, but hopefully I have avoided. I have not gotten COVID in the 3 years almost that it's been around. I have not gotten it. My wife has gotten it. My daughter's gotten it. He bought a third. He bought a third for his father in December of '76. I didn't know that. See, that's the thing, man. I'm always learning something new about Elvis. As long as I've been a fan, I'm always learning something new. Um, Sorry, I keep adjusting, man. Sitting here, I don't know what it is, man. My neck. I try to do like different, moving with my neck to try to keep it loose, and man, it just gets stiff and tightens up. Um, but anyway, getting back to what I was saying about vinyl, I've been really investing heavily in FTD CDs. Um, I've really been kind of steamrolling through and picking up a lot. I think I have like five coming this week. Mike, you could not be more correct. It is definitely a part of getting old. I'm definitely not as flexible as I am. I definitely have more aches and pains than I did, even as recently as a year ago. Man, like I'll get down on the floor and I'll play with my little granddaughter, and man, fans know a lot more about Elvis than EP. Yeah. Um, but yeah, it's just part of getting older. Actually, my youngest I have two granddaughters. My second granddaughter turns 1 in 2 days on the 8th. I don't know. Is today the 5th? I can't. These days go by so quick. Yeah, Mike says we're about the same age. Scotty, when you say EPE, are you talking about Elvis Presley Enterprises? Man, it's normal, man. It is. Um, Mal asked, "Am I still buying from Elvis Shop in London?" Yeah, I do. Um, I know, which sucks. Rick, you're a young guy, man. 65. I'll be 55 in January. I usually don't say my age on this channel, but yeah, I'll be 55 in just a few weeks. But I do try to stay active. I have a full gym downstairs. I try to walk the dog around the neighborhood. Now it's getting pretty cold, so that's difficult. But I stay pretty active. Um, I try to take care of myself. I try to eat right. So my parents have really good genes. My dad just turned 90 last month, and my mom is going to be 84, and they both look great for their age. Especially my dad, dude. Oh, thank you, man. So I try. It's funny. because I have two. I was married before, and I have two adult daughters. They're in their 20s, and then I remarried my wife, and I shouldn't say remarried. I remarried to my wife is what I meant to say. And then we have two younger daughters. There's 10 years between my second daughter and my third daughter. But I always said, and my wife's younger than me, and I always said, you know what, I want to try to hold off father time as long as I possibly can. So I do. Like I probably put more effort than most people to. I don't know. Like I dying is one thing, but getting older is altogether something different. And if I can delay that as long as flipping possible, I'm going to. I'm going to try to cheat father time as long as I can. Like I said, just sitting here, I get stiff and my neck starts aching. But hey, comes with the territory, I guess. But yeah, so I'm really getting. So Mike was saying the overseas, yeah, and the issue that they were having, because I have a few things. I have like five. I have three FTD CDs coming from the UK, and two other ones I ordered. I ordered a couple of weeks ago, and I have yet to get them. But it's because the UK Postal Service had a strike. It was a brief strike, but they struck nonetheless, and there was no deliveries. And this was out. If you go to different, like Elvis for sale, and that's Elvis and then the number four at sale.com. Great site if you're looking for some good stuff. The owner of that, I talked to him on Facebook. He's a cool guy. He's got a good shop. The Elvis Shop of London has a really good selection. Um, there's a few of them out there. Bear Family Records, they're really good. They're out of Germany, but they had this strike over in Europe, so it delayed mailing. So I think the strike got settled. I want to say on Saturday, this past Saturday. So the one item, a couple things that I got, I reached out to Elvis Shop. I said, look, I haven't gotten my item, and they said it's going out. The strike it'll go out Monday, so it's going out today, and I usually get it pretty quick. But yeah, I've really been gaining steam on getting. Rick, I hear you, buddy. Mal, yeah. As it grows, I will soon. I'll do an FTD CD collection. I still need a ton, but I've really gotten a hold of a lot of the really hard ones to buy. That's what I kind of did when I was collecting, um, when I was doing the FTD video. Can't talk. I cannot talk today. I don't know what is up with me. Um, blah, 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 blah. Take two. When I was focusing and I was collecting the FTD vinyls, that's what I did first. I got the ones that are hard to get first, and then I filled in the rest. That's what I'm doing with the CDs. I'm getting some of the ones that are really hard to find and some that are a little bit pricey. Um, but I'm always looking for yeah, take two, you're right. I'm always looking for the best deal. I use Discogs. Discogs is a really good site to use. Bear Family is excellent, as somebody just noted. You think that Elvis movie, and I hate that. I hate when I'm trying to read you guys' comments and it goes away, so I'll just pull it back up. You think that Elvis movie, an actor get nominated for the Oscars soon? I have a prediction, John. I will say the Elvis movie itself will not get a nomination, but I think Austin Butler will get a nomination for his portrayal of Elvis. I think he'll get a nomination. I don't know if he'll win because there's a lot of, as there is every year, some good competition. But I think he's going to get nominated. I do. I think he's going to get a nomination for the role. I think he slayed it. I think he did it great. That's what my daughter always says. She'll be talking, she'll be like, slay, cracks me up. But I do think he's going to get a nomination. I hope he does. I think he spent a good year and a half doing research, trying to get Elvis's mannerisms down. I think he did well. Um, let's see what we can talk about. I'll probably only stay on another maybe 10 minutes. Um, got a few things I want to get done around here. I plan on making a video. You know what, Mike? You bring up a very good point. Um, he said, I can't bring myself to paying hundreds of dollars. And that's the thing. I actually found, and I don't know why it's so expensive. I actually found on, if you go to Memphis Mansion, they have a lot of FTDs, but they have the Elvis, This is Elvis FTD CD set. And for a used copy, used, no, I take that back. It's not used. It's brand new. But they want 250 pounds for it. So if you take 250 pounds, last I checked as of Saturday, the pound converted to a US dollar is $1.23. So take 252 or 242 pounds and convert it to dollars, you're talking like 270 bucks. And that's not even counting the shipping, which is like 20 bucks in pounds. So you're talking like almost $300 for a CD set. I just can't do it. All right, Mal, thanks for checking in. Appreciate you joining in. Like I said, I'm going to go probably another 5 minutes, and then I'll end this. Yeah, Mike says, I won't pay that kind of money for most rare old vinyl, let alone CDs. It's one of those things where you just got to do, and I have people ask me this all the time. I'm probably going to do a video on this actually in the next day or so, if not today. I'm very spontaneous with my videos. I think you all know that. I think I've said that before. But you really got to do your research. You really got to go to the different sites, do your research, check eBay. I'll tell you, man, I buy a lot from eBay. You want to avoid buying FTD anything on eBay because people charge the most over-the-top, insane prices for some of these CDs. I like Discogs. Discogs is good. Elvis for Sale is good. Bear Family. Bear Family is actually starting to sell out a lot of their FTDs. Stuff that was there even a week ago. I was able to get, which is kind of a harder one to get, but I got it for a really nice price. I got All Shook Up, which is, they refer to it as where Elvis does the laughing version of Are You Lonesome Tonight. I want to say it was July 24th of 69 or August 24th of 69. So it was his first engagement back on stage, but it's an FTD that came out, I want to say 2009, and I found it on site, sealed, brand new, and I actually got it for a really nice price. And somebody on eBay, unless it's sold, I saw it a couple days ago, somebody has it on eBay for about 50 bucks, I think, 50, 55 bucks, which still, man, it's still a lot of money. But yeah, when I saw This Is Elvis, the FTD, I saw it for, like, I think it was like 252 pounds. And then you add in the shipping, I mean, you're talking like 280, 290 bucks. I just can't see spending that kind of money. So I'm just going to keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. Actually, and this isn't going to sell. I'm sorry. I don't care how popular and sought after it is. Somebody had listed, I almost had to laugh and be like, dude, you're out of your freaking mind. It was on Discogs, and it was standing room only, the FTD vinyl, a mint copy, sealed, hype sticker, the works. They're asking $2,200 for it. And I'm sorry, if somebody pays that, like, you must really want this record bad because, you know, I thought when I bought mine months ago, year and a half ago, I thought I paid over the top money for it, and that was just a fraction. If I can't touch it first, I will not buy vintage online. Been ripped off twice, no more, but I found some good buys on eBay. Yeah, I mean, I actually had somebody from eBay sell me something probably about a year ago, and I think I paid like 30, 35 bucks for it. It was a sealed Elvis record, and I never got it. And I tried to fight with eBay, and I can't remember what ended up becoming of it. I think what happened is I think they shipped it, but it got lost in the mail. It never arrived. But the thing that sucks about eBay is if it gets lost in the mail, as long as the seller has the tracking information, they don't put the onus on the seller and they don't refund you. So I never got a refund. So I was out the record and I was out my 35 bucks. So I was a little bit upset about that, but that's the only time it's ever happened to me. The other things that I've had, actually have had it happen a couple of times. I've gotten albums that came in that were dog-eared or bent, and that doesn't make me happy. I don't like to receive items like, you know, and a lot of it is just how the way the post office handles this stuff, and it's just they're just careless with it. So yeah, Rick, I agree with you. I get a lot of my books on eBay as well, but So yeah, I think I'm going to end this. We're coming up on an hour. I like to keep these at an hour or less, but I appreciate all of you tuning in. Look for a new video, hopefully later today, if everything goes according to plan. I appreciate each one of you tuning in, participating. Like I said, I'll advertise it. The next trivia I get, it'll be difficult. Just have to be a subscriber, give me a complete answer, and there's going to be a prize involved for the most correct answers. So with that, I hope all of you stay safe out there. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Good to finally catch one of your lives. Yeah, Mike, I'm glad that you were able to get on. So again, thank you to each and every one of you, and we'll see you real soon. We'll do this again soon.